joined us on Starting Up. Time now for Super Angels, our series on the show where some of the most innovative startups in the country have the opportunity to raise capital live on Indian television. This week we've got education player MeraCareerGuide.com. They're making their pitch to Vishal Gondal. It's over to Sudhir then in our studio.
Hello and welcome to Super Angels, the show where we endeavor to find India's next super entrepreneur. And I have with me Super Angel Vishal Gondal. It's been a long time, we haven't seen you for a while, but it's good to see that you've lost weight as well.
Well, I'm preparing for the marathon.
So Vishal, another startup is preparing for its own marathon, right? It's Mera Career Guide. It's an interesting startup in the education space. What do you make of the education space overall?
In India, parents spend a lot of money for education. In fact, education precedes sometimes even food and other things.
Okay.
And in a country where parents are obsessed with, education and kids, and it's really the foundation of your future, it's really interesting to see what the startup is doing. We should look at the pitch.
If there's one problem the country faces today, it's matching education to interest. Given our archaic education system, students are left confused. They don't know how to match their interests and have access to no career guidance. Result? Poor career choices.
We believe this can be solved. Our solution, MeraCareerGuide.com.
We fill this gap by providing career guidance over internet where students match their interests, abilities and personality with their careers and courses and get refreshing career guidance from comfort of their home.
The way it works is simple. User register on our website, purchase a package, and based on the package, user needs to take the psychometric career assessment and the report, analyze their interests. Based on the report and based on the query of a student, we connect them to the right career guide.
Business model is simple. We have various offerings for students ranging from psychometric career profiling at Rs 499 to personalized career counseling at Rs 199 to 999. Within a month, we have notched up to 100 students with an average ticket size of Rs 450. With this run rate, we project Rs 1.5 crores for this year and Rs 100 crores for next 5 years. We would like to make a pitch for 3 crore rupees for 30% stake in the company.
Let's go ahead and invite the team from Mera Career Guide into the studio. So welcome to Super Angels. Congratulations, you're the first female entrepreneur on this show.
Thank you.
Take us through some of the steps that led to Mera Career Guide.
I was always a motivated student, but when I look back, all my choices, right from picking up MPC, getting into electronics engineering, I realized all was very random, based on hurdles there, and there was no proper career planning to it. As a kid, few people also look backwards. It's always like they ask, what do you want to become? But nobody ever asks you, Beta, what your interests are, try to match with a level career option.
What career advice would you have given me if I had come to you?
Probably, I would have asked you to take up a psychometric career profiling. Would have looked at your aptitude, interests, and your personality, and saying, I'm sure you would have matched to being an entrepreneur or somebody who wanted to be their own boss.
So is entrepreneur one of the options you have?
We don't have one of the option entrepreneur right now, but of course we do not have.
You would have told me to join some company as a management trainee.
No, not really.
So what is the age group of most of your people?
That's 14 years till 21, 22 years.
Some things that 14 to 21, are people really serious about career? For this age group, it is fun and not education and all of this. I mean, there is a 1 or 2% people who are really the studious kinds who go to BITS, Pilani and IIM and IIT, but the 99% are...
So the 1 or 2% probably they don't require MeraCareerGuide.com. We're talking about the intense standard. Even the most failure student of the class is thinking about what subject to be chosen.
But why career counseling? Why not life counseling?
Oh, well, because
what you do that time is going to impact your life. That's true.
But we are going to focus totally on the career guide.
So before we go there, Vishal, it might be great if we actually go through the product.
MeraCareerGuide.com. Ask the expert. High pay, less work.
Submit. This is the dashboard you came into. You have not made a payment, so उसमें query के बाद आपको दिखा दिया कि these are the options available for you whether you want to go for 199, 499.
And if I don't go for this, then you don't call me.
we won't.
So there's no free offering at all.
We have community. We have a community where the experts, subject matter experts, try to answer, build up a brand.
Anything else you want to show in the first? Or that's about it?
He is about to pay right now.
Should I?
So you're trying to make a sale on the show.
199 Vishal.
So here is the problem. Well, I can make this payment. The question is that why would anybody spend 200 rupees from you without even knowing what you're going to give, what report you're going to give?
Just take us through the business model, pricing model.
Okay, 199 is something where we're talking about 15 minutes of talk time and 1 email exchange with the counselor, and validity is like you're given right now 365.
No psychometric test.
No psychometric test. Now, with 499, we're giving up the psychometric test, and we also getting 30 minutes of talk time with a counselor, and plus 2 emails exchange.
Beyond that?
999, that's 60 minutes, 3 email exchange and psychometric assessment.
What does the psychometric assessment actually do? Can you take us through one
Sure.
report?
Now, psychometric assessment is career profiling. It assesses student on 5 different parameters. That's career motivators, interests, it's aptitude, personality, and skill set.
So what is the result of the psychometric test?
It's a 25-page report. Now we're talking about career motivators. We first stage we're explaining student what career motivators is, because our goal is that students should refer. And what's the career motivator for this candidate? And we're giving you a graphical representation of this thing, that these are 10 motivators we have assessed, and these are the
What are
parameters.
the career choices?
It comes at the end.
Look at your career choice. Athletic trainer and nuclear medicine technology.
This is East Coast and West Coast. No?
If I'm a parent and I'm looking at this for my son or daughter, and I'm saying, wow, I have to decide whether you have to become an athletic trainer or a nuclear medicine technologist. How does one make a career choice on that?
This is sort of making you more confused.
If you give me this report, I'll want my money back.
Really?
I thought you would have said, here are the 5
Things that you could look at doing.
Or you could say these are the 100% this, and maybe, some kind of thing.
Okay, I think I take the feedback, very constructive feedback.
Listen, what's your take on the product apart from the psychometric test?
See, the problem is that the report and all that is good and fancy, and it has graphs and all of that. I like, anything with graphs people like, and there are VCs who will put millions of dollars looking at this report. But if you look at the parent, the problem is that this is not solving my current problem, that what should be the career choice.
So what about the guidance model, Vishal?
Nobody's going to pay for it. Today you can go to Quora, there are hundreds of sites, put these queries up, and a lot of time experts are sitting there who will advise.
So you expect a 10th standard student, a 12th standard student, go to Quora, ask a question that which subject stream I should be taking that?
Yes, better than paying you 200 rupees and
No, the
getting
question
40 career
is,
requests.
we understand there's a lot of textbooks available, the schools also available, still students go to tutors. We might question onto that, right? Still they are going to tutors. So I would say, the analogy is the same.
Fair point. Why don't you take us through what has happened so far actually, right? I mean, this is the point that can be debated. Why don't you convince us with the execution of yours? How many mentors do you have on your platform? How many students do you have? How many paying customers? Why don't you take us through that?
Okay. We have more than 50 subject matter experts and counselors on the platform. We have more than 500 paid students coming on the site. They paid, they liked it.
How many students are there in India right now studying in all of this? How many millions?
That goes around 20 crores.
20 crores, okay. So, out of the 20 crores, how can you get 5 crores? Or, forget 5 crores, 1 crore on your platform.
One would be having a very, very strong online presence. We have still not touched social media platform.
What I'm just saying is your current model is
your question is
broken.
Superness.
It's broken. You're asking for 150 or 200 rupees just for somebody to get in. That's not how it works.
Okay.
And I don't want to be just critical here. I want to give you some advice here. Have you looked at the astrological sites, all the astro sites?
Yeah.
What they do is exactly what you're doing. Now, I want to know about my future. Now you go to a site, give your birth date and this and that, and they immediately give you a free report and say, based on this information, these are the 10 things we feel is right. And by the way, why don't you now get a much more higher report and, at 99 we'll do this, at different price points. And then people who are interested in knowing more, pay more.
Take us through your revenue projection.
So we're talking about that if we can peg from say 25 to 30,000 students from year 1 to go to some million students, say 10 to 20 lakhs. So we should be able to reach to that number.
3 crores for 30% stake in the company. What's your take on that?
She needs some serious career advice.
What's your take on Mera Career Guide? The product, the people, and the business.
The product is definitely promising. I think a lot needs to be done to change it. But I think the structure and the idea is correct. We need to refine it further.
The people,
of course, pretty good, very positive, and I think she's held the ground pretty well.
The business, Vishal.
The business currently is very narrow, while the opportunity is very big. So I think he's just not thinking big enough.
Vishal wants Mera Career Guide to look at a premium model. He also wants them to perhaps look at a bigger picture. You can agree with Vishal, you can disagree with him, you can vote for Mera Career Guide by writing to us on startingup@eenow.tv, by SMSing us, or by simply logging on to our Facebook wall. Will Surabhi and Mera Career Guide be India's next super entrepreneurs? Well, continue watching us on Super Angels and find out.
And as always, MeraCareerGuide.com will be mentored by our partners from TIE, as it's all leading up to our grand finale. In fact, the finale is just round the corner. We now only have 2 startups left to make up for our final 20. So hey, if you guys are interested, well, write into us on startingup@etnow.tv. Let's take a break here then on the show. But coming up, all the news from the startup world in our Starting Up News Reel.